Hey y'all. Welcome in to another All American live after show. I want to make sure the audio is good. Come on in. Share your ratings for the episode on a scale of 1 to 10. And we are going to get to what we need to get to. Okay, where is my chat at? All right, can y'all hear me well? Are we good? Is there any echo on y'all's end? Hey, Money Green Tay. Hey, Etta R. Hey, Kendra. Hey, Kenny Ford. Welcome in. I'm a little low. Let me turn my mic up, so child. I don't think I'm gonna be blowing y'all's ears out. This was an intense episode. This was a lot. I watched it this morning, and just so you know, I'm going to be audio only today because I am still in my pajamas. I am behind on video, so I've been trying to record, but also was a little under weather yesterday and still like recovering today. So y'all gonna have to rock out with my audio today. But I watched the episode around like 6 this morning, and I was boo hoo crying. Oh, it was a lot. My word, it was a lot. Um, Turn myself up a little bit more. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Is that better? Let me see. Is that better for y'all? I should probably check on my phone. Usually I'm worried about hollering and screaming because y'all know I get ahead of myself. But with the tone of this episode, I just feel so, I don't know, like, I don't know. This episode did not feel good to watch. I get ahead of myself, but with the tone of this episode, I just feel so, I don't know, like, I don't know. This episode did not feel good to watch. Okay, I just checked my audio. It sounds great on my phone, so hopefully y'all are hearing me clearly. I did turn my mic up a little bit too. Um, this was a lot. This episode was a lot. And
not glad, but I am glad, for lack of better words, that I am not alone. Like, it looks like some of y'all were struggling in watching it as well. Kentrey said this episode was crazy. Money Green said if anxiety was a person, man, I almost broke my TV. This was a blood boiler. Okay, okay. I just knew I was gonna come in here and I'm like, Erica, you are so emotionally raw after watching this episode. And I don't know. I don't know if people get it if you're not in it. I think part of the reason why I cry so much is because this episode definitely triggered memories of like incidences that I had last year. But I'm saying I'm glad, not that you guys are struggling emotionally as well, but that this isn't something that's like falling on deaf ears and people can't relate to. Because I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if before I moved to South LA and lived in a neighborhood that's mostly black and Mexican people, if I really would have fully, like, I understand what you see, but like I felt this episode on a whole other level. I will never forget this day. I didn't know what I didn't know what Homeland Security looked like when they're out and about in the field. And last year, before everything ramped up, before it got really, really visual in the news and everything, or they were like reporting on ICE and stuff, I actually stumbled into an ICE raid and didn't know what it was. And they didn't have ICE on their jackets, they had HSI. And I had to Google it in a moment. And I will never forget this morning. I was walking cold. It was like 6:30 in the morning. Like, it was the crack of dawn. And I'm walking past this one of my neighbors' house I pass every day when I do this walk, and their screen door was taken off the hinges. There are people everywhere. Like, it had to be somewhere between like 20 and 30 agents. There was little pickup trucks with super dark tents parked all weird on the streets and everything, and it wasn't really anybody out except for them and then me walking cold. And I'm like walking by and I'm like, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I used to raids in like the hood. They don't come for you like that in the hood. If they gonna raid you in the hood, it just looked totally different. And that was my like first introduction to like ICE raids, right? And at the time, again, I didn't know what it meant. So I like walked up past the house and I'm like Googling as I like, because I had like this regular route that I walk with Cole, and it's well past where they are. And on my way back is when I understood, like, oh, this is what this is. But at the time, I guess that I was out there, I hadn't seen any of my actual neighbors. I didn't know if they already had them, if they had them in the house or what. So it wasn't really anything I can do. And I had an agent approach me because I was slowing down as I was passing their house again. And I was trying to like get video and I was trying to get photo, but I didn't see any of my neighbors. And the neighbor, like, I mean, not the neighbor, the ICE agent approached me. And I was like, is there something wrong? Like, what's going on? He's like, nothing's wrong. Move along. And I'm like, okay. And that was pretty much it. Like, I like slowly started to walk away and like look back, but that stood with me for so long. And then like a month or maybe a month and a half later, there was this huge thing. And if you're not familiar with LA, there's LA and then there's LA County, but within LA County there's all these other little small municipalities and cities. So like, I technically live in LA County in one of the small cities. I don't want to say it because I don't want to dox myself because it's a pretty small, but Compton would count as one, Linwood, Bellflower, all of these are small little municipalities within LA County, right? And there was this huge ass raid across from a Home Depot a month and a half after the fact. They were actually raiding the warehouses across from the Home Depot, but then the agents also saw Latin American and Mexican people standing outside the Home Depot, so they tried to like start grabbing people there too, and it drew this huge crowd. I found out on TikTok. I was literally 3 blocks away. I lived 3 blocks away from this was happening, and I'm looking on TikTok, and next thing I know, I'm seeing this, and I'm like, what the hell? So I grabbed my bike and my camera, And we go, and it was just this weird ass standoff. And maybe I shared the pictures then, but it was huge. It was crazy. So this episode brought up a bunch of that. That was the first time I had ever been tear gassed at that moment. My first time, actually, I wasn't hit with a rubber bullet, but somebody near me was, and I got a close up view of what the hell those things look like. Like, watching this episode really took me back to last year and the protests that I've attended, but then also like seeing how ICE is coming and like infiltrating communities and snatching people. So I felt Amina so hard in this episode. Anyway, that's an interesting way to start, child. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about this. I said all of that to say, like, I really cried this morning a lot watching this because it breaks my heart to see where we are as a country, to see like how we're being led or misled, and for what? Like, for fucking what? And I think that they did a wonderful job with um displaying what it's actually like. It is that gruesome. It is that disrespectful. It is that intrusive. It is that like demoralizing for the people who are actually experiencing it and being kidnapped, but then also for the people who are bystanders who feel like their hands are tied and you can't really do nothing about it. Like, one of the things that I have to think about a lot, whether it's me going to ICE protests or like when, there's alerts that happen within communities, especially around where I live. And if they see ICE in the neighborhood, they will alert everybody. And then people will try to go to like become physical barriers so that ICE, like to interfere with ICE. Whether I'm doing that or participating in a pro-Palestine protest or rally or something like that, I have to be very mindful because I'm technically out here. Like, I have friends, of course, but I'm on the West Coast by my damn self. So if I get arrested, if I get detained, I'm going to cost my parents and my family money to come here and get me out and do all of these things. So like, that part makes you feel like, or at least makes me feel like my hands are tied. Like, I want to stand up for what's right. I want to do something. I want to sacrifice myself in moments, but then I also have to think of all of that's going to cost everybody who cares about me. So like, listening to Amina in this episode, it just really, really, really hit close to home for me. How y'all rating the episode? How y'all feel about what we watched? Welcome in, Eric. Happy Music Productions, Kofi, Coral, Nicole, the Lawrence Report. Okay. Eric says, "What up, y'all? No Tory this week at least. We couldn't take it if we did. We could not take ICE and Tory. So, thank God. thank you, Lord." When those windows broke, I completely froze. Yeah. Kofi, you give this episode a 10 out of 10. All American dives into the real. That's when they at their best. I would agree. This episode was exemplary. Oh, this episode was so good. And this is what it looks like to be a rebel with a cause. Real stakes, real consequences, real like putting yourself in harm's way. I still don't like Miss Perez because of the way that she treats Khalil. She's not doing her job as a counselor. She's not. However, this episode it's helping me to empathize with her a little bit more. And there's a conversation to be had, right, around collective consciousness and solidarity amongst minorities, right? There's a certain amount of what Miss Perez got going on and like what she can see for Khalil based on the limited beliefs that she had for her own life and her own lived experience. And it's not right, but it makes sense. With her being, DACA and getting additional opportunities and being able to stay here, but still now doing so under the thumb of the oppressive class. I get her very limited beliefs because under oppression, under subjugation, you can only hope and dream but so much. Jaden Not Famous. Hey boo, welcome in. Says 10 out of 10. Can we talk about Preach's character development though? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna talk about it all. Nicole says, I understand Amina's feelings, but in my opinion, she should have stayed out of it because of her current problem still pending with Dinsburg. So I think I think we can start that. We can start the conversation off there. Y'all, I dropped the Discord link in the chat if you want to call in. Um I think that's a great place to start. And maybe I would drop a poll. How many of y'all think that Amina should have stayed out of it? Okay, I got that poll up. Did everybody finish putting their ratings in? Tyler B gave this episode an 8.5. Money Green Tay said I give it an 8.5 because I was triggered because this happens downtown Detroit and I was in the middle of it at Wayne State. Really? Really? I actually thought about Detroit. I was like, yo, I think that because I haven't seen anything like this happen in Baltimore. And in the second place, because I spend a lot of time, is in Detroit because that's where my dad is. And I was like, damn, did this happen there? I wasn't sure if the black cities actually experienced this. So that's one of the things I was nervous about with this conversation. Because I was like, I don't know how many people are going to be able to really feel it if they haven't seen it or experienced it. So it's good to it's good to know that y'all are tapped into. And I'm sorry that you experienced that, Money Green Tay. Snatching people off of college campuses is crazy. Like with the rhetoric of, oh, these people are not working, not doing this, not doing that. It's literally y'all going to their jobs and their schools to snatch them. They're supposed to be criminals. Please. Please. Hey Dominic, welcome in. I hope you feel better. So Coop was on a date with Brianna. She was over there taking over the world. Meanwhile, the world going to because the only taking over the world that Coop can do is tied to making some damn money. Oh goodness. Coral says Cassius Khalil Jordan's BS aside, I thought this was a masterpiece. The only thing frustrating me is online discourse right now. I haven't seen any online discourse about it, but I've tapped out of any other All American conversations other than the ones that I have simply because of how the popular audience tried to bully me for years. At R says a 9 due to ice and it's hitting close to home here in Houston, Texas. Wow. Wow. ER Wilson says Amina's heart is in the right place, but like her dad told her, she needs to think things through. She just sort of reacts without thinking things through. Happy Music Production says this episode was crazy, and I feel like they're getting crazier and crazier. I say a 7.5. Uh, Jada Not Famous says definitely did it in a way where no matter where you stand, if you can't empathize with what happened, you're part of the problem. Hello, that's clock it. So Nicole says Amina gives me some own vibes sometimes. I feel like Amina, this cause feels like it's the most grounded and the most real. And to me, Amina doesn't feel performative at all. But when Olivia was on her like social tirade, it felt a little bit performative. And even Simone, like the things that she went up for mostly were like going to impact her. This is something that's like, yes, it impacts all of us because, like they said, once they're done coming for the brown folks, the black ones is next. They're just trying to figure out how to perfect it. Right? Like they are deporting some of these folks to places that these people aren't even from. Like it's crazy. But I think that Amina is much more grounded. Hey Antonio, welcome, welcome, welcome in. Um, right, the way that agent slung that student was ridiculous. It was so excessive, so excessive. So yeah, that's what we're gonna start at. We're gonna start with should Amina have minded her business? Was this not her fight? I think that's a wonderful place to start. Hey Kofi, welcome in.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yep,
How are you? How are you?
I'm all right. This episode was a lot, but I'm all right. How about yourself?
Yeah, yeah. I watched it this afternoon on my break. Man, going back to work after I had seen that, that was hard. I needed to take about 2.5 hours, honestly,
Yeah,
before I
yeah.
went back on the clock. Yeah, um, this one hit close to home because well, I may not be Hispanic, but like like Amina said, if they coming for the brown folk, like they gonna come for us. And this kind of hit home for me, being that I am from an immigrant family. My parents are from Ghana. Okay,
Mhm.
I know they had and I know a lot of us in this community got parents that are from not even from here, or they're either from the Caribbean or wherever, black countries. Are you trying to tell me you don't think ICE finna come for us next? Like, so that's why it was like, man, this was jarring to watch, and I like how they put out the different perspectives even amongst the kids. Because I know,
Mhm.
oh boy, Ron, even though I can't even blame him because he's speaking for a lot of people in that situation right now. He's probably speaking for some people who feel that way, like low key, but he probably was like, you know what? After hearing what Miss Perez had to say, he's like, nah, you deserve to call your daughter. And the thing I just can't get out is like, I feel bad for Preach because this is the third or fourth time he didn't got jammed up by the criminal justice system. He got arrested for, um, he'd been in jail before, and then he got went to jail again for, he got arrested for killing Mo, or being accused of killing Mo, and then now, well, this one now he's arrested again, but it was for a righteous cause. But yeah, that was low key triggering to see the brown and black, a little black girl getting put in handcuffs, who she's like 16, and then seeing them manhandle children like that. Like I was getting tight, bro.
So, do
I
you
really,
feel like
so
Amina was right to step in, like she had to step in, or do you?
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, she did what she had to do, and it was the right thing to do because at the end of the day, these are human beings, bro. Like when you see something that's not right, you got to step up. So I felt that she was right. Like
And I'm genuinely
I'm not
asking
gonna.
y'all. So when I pose this poll or and ask these questions and like ask people to share their thoughts, if you do feel like it's not her fight, I do still want you as a part of the conversation and to remain open to like unpack it because I think that's something that we need to do within our community so that we can come to a better consensus of like what we're willing to like sacrifice, like being a part of the 92%, right? There's a whole narrative online around black women stepping back and like not being at the forefront of various movements, especially after this last election when we were the leading demographic, and like trying to make sure that we didn't walk into the presidency that we currently have now. And I'm 100% on
Mm,
board with that, and like feeling the need and the desire for rest. But then there's also a time where you kind of don't get to, and it gets a little bit weird in like trying to negotiate and navigate that. And I think that this conversation is necessary on both sides. So I don't want people to feel like, oh, your perspective is wrong if you do say, oh, this isn't her fight. I just want to unpack why so that we can have like a really thorough conversation, even though I might disagree with it, just for clarity with everyone. I'm also going to
mm.
invite Isaiah up in here, right? It's Isaiah, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, and Kenny. Isaiah and Kenny have also just joined the Discord. The link is in the chat. I don't have it pinned yet because we have the poll going and I want people to vote on. But Kenny and Isaiah, you guys can take turns and share. Do you feel that Amina should have stepped in, or is it not her fight? Where are you at with that?
I'm kind of torn, honestly, because a part of me is like, this ain't your fight to fight, but at the same time, she's standing up for something she believes in at the same time. So I don't know. I did see the poll in the YouTube, so I um thought I answered on there, but
Do you
yeah,
mind me
that's
asking why do you feel like it wasn't her fight?
um. I mean, from what I remember, because uh, see, when it comes to these episodes now, um, I don't have the CW channel or the CW app to actually watch the full episode, so I have to go by clips that I see from YouTube. So from what
Ah.
um
Oh, just so you know, the
yeah.
CW.com has it the next day. So you can watch
Oh,
it
it
on
does.
there. Yeah, without having to like
Oh
log
shit.
into
Okay.
anything. You can That's what I do now. Well, I have YouTube TV sometimes, but it gets finicky because I'm connected to like my server back in Baltimore and it's like weird. But if all else fails, the next day you can watch it on the CW.com.
Okay. All right. Uh, like uh, I unless it was like something that was tied to her, like her future at Ginsburg. I don't know. I can't really give any much context because, like I said, I only saw like a few clips, but that was my initial thought from what I saw.
Got it. And you can I, if you don't mind me asking, you can say Erica. No, I don't want to disclose this, so just tell me. But you are a black male, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, it's interesting because I get the position of like this isn't your fight. They're not coming for you. They're not coming for your people. But in having a little bit of foresight, I am always thinking about, or at least I tried the collective. One thing, and it's so interesting here in LA specifically because black men here in LA specifically, I gotta make sure I give that disclosure. Um, they move a little bit funny with black women depending on who they are, but coming from Baltimore, spending a lot of time in Detroit in like very black cities, I've always like had my head on the swivel for black people, but also specifically black men. So if I'm out and about in the world, I don't have to know the black man next to me at the Whole Foods. I don't have to know the black man jogging next to me at the park or whatever, but I'm like mindful of the other black people that are in whatever space that I'm in. And if I see some shit going down and it doesn't look good for them, I'm probably going to step in, not knowing you from Sam. So I think that I carry that over to non black people as well. And then my thought process behind that too is like a lot of this is training grounds, right? Like how the ICE is doing brown people in this country right now. Um, is what they're trying to perfect so that they can come for everybody else. At the end of the day, it's all of us against white supremacy.
Yeah, I completely understand that. And like the track record for like what's been happening in the world with us is a clear telltale sign that this is something that they just continue to do, and it's like, when will it end?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I'm in Orlando, Florida, so it's 9:35 my time. That's why a lot of the times I can't stay the whole time because by the time
Oh no, you good. You fine.
yeah, I'm 3 hours
Hey, shout
behind.
out to the O Town, my hometown, bro, brother.
Oh shoot,
I
okay,
don't know
Kobe.
about all that. Florida pisses me off sometimes, but Orlando's cool or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kenny, you want to share your
where you
thoughts
at?
on Kofi? You can do that later. You want to share your thoughts on if Amina should have or should not have stepped in, Kenny?
Yes. By the way, hi E. Hope you feel better soon.
Thank you.
Um, I said yes that she should have stepped in because I feel like it depends on sometimes the situation. I feel like in that situation, it almost felt like it was impossible for her not to step in. So that I that's why I felt like she made the right decision stepping in, you know? Because even um the teacher, is it Miss Perez? I trying to remember her name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Perez, like she even stepping in, like trying to help Amina, like then it kind of turned around and they escalate the situation. I felt like in that situation, it kind of made it impossible for her not to step in. You know, like they basically infiltrate the school and they disrupt everyone's day. You know, people scared. People want to, figure out what are we gonna do in this situation, and they are not being very clear. I mean, based on like the videos I've seen, it doesn't seem like they are ever clear on who they're coming for, why they're coming for this person. They just come and take people and leave. So I just feel like in that situation, it's kind of impossible, especially if you're bombarded with it like so directly in your face, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Tyler Fredericks, welcome in.
Hi.
How you doing?
Um, I'm doing good. So to me, honestly, I look at it for two ways, based off just off the strength alone of them using her article as the narrating. And from what I got from it, I don't think it was necessarily about the fact that they were taking them away. It's just how they were doing it. Like she said, the man that they took, like, he couldn't even contact his loved ones. Like, none of that. They just took him and nobody said nothing, like, to let nobody know. So nobody knows, and you just basically taking these people.
Mm-hmm.
So she was just trying to give a good distraction at that time. Like I said, I feel like I'm complacent. I'm just sitting there and I'm letting it happen and I'm not doing nothing. I have to put those words into action.
Yep.
I would be wrong for me writing that article and I don't even put the words to action and I'm seeing it again, the same thing that happened last time. I didn't do nothing about it last time, so I want to change that up. I don't think it was necessarily about her just being like, oh yeah, y'all ain't gonna get them, just give them time to, make those arrangements, contact the family, let them know what's going on so they can check and see where they're going.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it, and I understood exactly. Like, yeah, we can always say this ain't our fight, da da da, but who knows? Ain't no telling how these people move. You see how they doing them? They just up and just grabbing them, yanking them. They don't care. They ain't doing this move or nothing. They just like acting like they real criminals, like they did murder people, and they didn't.
Yep. Yeah, I think that you're
So
right.
that's how I took it. It was very emotional, and I was just like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah. They did a wonderful job of like accurately depicting what's happening in these moments. They didn't shy away from the aggression or the brutality, the nonsensicalness in how they're moving. Like you had a warrant to come into the school, but who is actually on the warrant that you're looking for? You just got a blanket warrant to come into the damn school, and anybody that looks of Latin descent, oh, let me talk to you real quick. Like, what the
Yeah.
hell? What kind of fascists? No. But that's how they move. That's how they are, and it's disgusting. I cannot believe that we are living in the times that this is the case, but we're also living in the times where we have our own version of Hitler. So there's that. Any other thoughts y'all have
I'm so
tied
glad
to
his terms are over after in the next 2 years.
what'd you say?
I said I'm so glad his terms are over and then after the next 2 years.
Well, we got a whole other fight because he also claims that he gonna run again. So
And he's trying
It's
to
caused
just
so much
be the last.
damage.
He's trying to be the last person.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
And I
think that's why it's so
think also
important that
a
we
lot
get
of
to
the
see
oh
this.
sorry, go
Like,
ahead.
no worries. I think it's
Mm.
important that they did this. So it's so interesting because I was like, damn, All American. Like, now I'm like back locked in, and this roller coaster is starting to give me whiplash. I'm not even gonna hold you because last week's episode pissed everybody off, and now I'm sitting up at
He
6 o'clock
did.
in the morning crying because Preach going to
Mm-hmm.
jail, Mina going to jail, Khalil like, but I love
Mm-hmm.
her. he don't even say it. He like, wait a minute.
Like for real.
It's so
Yo,
much, but I think that we need this stuff interjected into the media that we consume to remind us of what's going on, even with the stuff that's supposed to be the escapism, because we're losing grip of the world that we knew, and look, we're slowly being
Yeah.
coerced into a world that none of us will
Yeah.
actually really be able to survive.
Yeah, they're really trying it though, and I think also to your point of the poll about it's not the people who having the sentiment about not our fight. I think a lot of black folks just probably thought the fight was last 2 years in November when you had the chance to put somebody in office that wasn't going to allow this foolishness to occur. But there were certain people. I'm not going to call out any names. I'm just gonna say so there were certain people who decided to vote against their own economic interests. They didn't hear what the other side was saying that they was gonna do. It was like an open. They didn't hide it. Like
They
one
heard it. They just
person
didn't
was.
believe it, and they
They
actually
heard
didn't
it.
believe it was going to
They
hurt them. That was the thing. They were 100%
right.
fine with the
Exactly.
things happening, as long as it wasn't going to hurt
Yes.
them. And they're only crying now because they
Them.
were like, "Wait, this isn't supposed to affect
Wait.
us, and you dummies are poor
Us.
too."
Yeah. Exactly. And also, I gotta call out some in other my community that probably look like us decided to vote that way too. But he's like, you didn't hear the humanizing things he said about immigrants. Immigrants ain't just Latin folk. It's
Period.
African. It's Caribbean.
Yep.
It's all that. Like I mean,
Asian.
you had Asian. Yeah, you had one. You had the vice president of the United States say that the Haitians are eating cats and dogs in Ohio. Like, come
Mm-hmm.
on, people, use your comprehension skills. And look, I'm like tight because now it's personal for me because my brother is married to a Haitian girl and I have a half Haitian niece, so I'm already in it now. And for my whole adult life, like growing up here in Orlando, Florida, I had Haitians as friends, and I so much so I got mistaken for Haitians so many times. I can count on a number of my fingers how people have mistaken me for Haitian, but I don't take it as a slight, and I just say, hey, I'm African, but we share the same culture. The Caribbean culture is kind of mixed in with African culture. So, y'all people better wake up and say, hey, man, like it's not that far fetched for them to think, hey, if you're a black person, doesn't matter. I mean, how are you going to differentiate who's Haitian and when they see your skin color and whatnot? They're going to see black and they assume stuff. So you already know how the police be doing when it comes to, police brutality and profiling and all that. So yeah, all that came to mind when I was watching that episode. I've been trying to escape it because I don't want to be in this cognitive dissonance, but well, we just don't have to keep it real now. Like we are living in some dangerous times, and people just don't care anymore, and just being evil and ignoring it. So we got to
Yeah. So
push
I
back.
think that you should.
yeah, I'm
think that
glad
you
they
should
did
credit
right.
yourself for still feeling. I
Yeah,
didn't love
yeah.
the feelings
Sorry,
and the tears and everything
I
that
went on
came
a
up
whole
at the beginning.
diatribe. Yeah,
You fine.
yeah.
I didn't love
Yeah.
how it felt, but I am proud of myself to have been compelled to such an emotional place because it tells me that I'm not fully desensitized. And I think that we're also living in a time where we're being bombarded with so much brutality, with so much inhumane behavior and treatment and policy passing, that they're also trying to desensitize us to the horrific acts so that it gets to a point where we don't even bat an eye at it. So if you were moved, if you were stirred, if you were disturbed, there's something that I think you should be proud of, and maybe not allow it to like overcome you and send you into a deep spiral, but take stock and allow yourself to feel it because you're still human.
Yeah, I agree. Like when I heard about the TPS thing, I think at least in Orlando, Florida, like 2 weeks ago, like it ruined my whole Tuesday. So much so, like I prayed twice. I prayed, I went on my knees. I was like, God, please intervene because this is not it. I even had to text my girl and tell her this was what on my heart, and she, and then we talked about it, and then she calmed me down and told me it's gonna be all right. It's not the end. But like that whole news well with the Haitian TPS, I like ruined my day for like 48 for like the whole day. It only took me till like the next day where I got over it. But sometimes I'm always trying to be in this happy state. I always try not to be so in a state of constant rage or seriousness all the time. But then, reality sets in. I'm like, all right, you don't have to deal with this, but I know it's gonna be all right in the end because I know God's gonna have the final say, and that's what I truly believe. So, but people are gonna have to push back and do something because this is not it. Like I said, so
Yeah. Nicole Jordan said Khalil is so in love with Amina. Ain't he though? Willie Showman says I cried so much this episode. You and me both, boo. Hey Janelle, welcome, welcome, welcome in. If you're just coming in, this is audio only today, but I am here live and direct. I can actually pin the Discord link now because the poll is over, and how many of y'all? 63% said that she had to step in. 23% said no, it's not her fight, and 14% said I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if it's her fight or not. Child, guess it's like that. It's hard. It's hard to figure out how much to put on the line. Um, like I said, I'm in LA by myself for the most part. All of my family is on the East Coast or in the Caribbean. And if I get my ass locked up, if I get into some trouble, and my mama or my daddy or my uncles or my cousins got to come for me, they going to have to incur a huge cost, a huge weight to do so. And that's something that I have to think about when I go to protest or when I go to step in, and like, how far can I go? And that sucks. It leaves you in a space of feeling powerless. I think that also can be the thing that's kind of informing people when they're saying this is her fight. But I would urge you to consider, maybe you can't do the most self-sacrificial thing in these moments, but you can always do something, because even if it's not happening to you today, the definition of white supremacy, if you are not white, it is going to happen to you tomorrow. Just because you are not the focus of it today does not mean that you will not be the focus of tomorrow. And then for the white folks, if you are poor, you are now subjugated to a whole other version of whiteness, because our country, unfortunately, is being led to a place where they are prioritizing the 1% of white people. And if you are the 99% of white people, y'all are one step above the niggas. So it is also y'all's fight as well, because you poor and they look down on you. Back to the episode. Do anybody have favorite moments from the episode, even with it being so heavy?
honestly, everything else just became so trivial because we were dealing with
Mm-hmm.
something serious. But I guess for me, I would say when KJ told his pops that, nah, we gotta go and handle this. Like, you guys took me to a protest in Oakland. Now, even though we haven't really been a fan of Cassius and how he's been moving. The fact I did like that interaction when he said how proud he is of him, and I could see it in his eyes. It's like, that's the boy I raised. So that's probably the one shining light that I got out of it because honestly, I think I could have cared less about what Cliff got going on, what Jordan Cash had going on because I already knew where that was going.
Yeah.
I was more, you know, focused on dang who first of all who called ICE in the first place and then poor babies in the school like low key because everything else became trivial to me. So that's how I took it.
Anybody else? Favorite moments?
Yeah, I have to agree with Kofi. I like that part with KJ and Cassius. It was a good scene. Um, I also feel like the part with the guy when they were in the class, when he offered his phone for her to call her daughter. I like that part as well because I think it gave well a different perspective and it showed like real time him being in that experience, how actually being present, he was able to kind of change his mind about certain ideas that he had in his head because I think sometimes that is very real that people might see things on the news about experiences, but actually being in the experience or actually interacting with people that like this situation is directly affecting can really change your perspective and change your mind on certain things that you may have missed before because it wasn't directly in your field. So I really appreciated that scene from the episode.
Me too. Same.
I would say I agree with the KJ and Cassius scene, but I also really appreciated Amina friend recording
Mm.
because that was need to be made public of what was going on because if she wasn't recording, a lot of people wouldn't know. And
Yeah.
so it's just great to be informed by being able to use these devices to let them know what's going on in the world. It's different when you're just hearing about it and seeing it.
Yeah. I agree. Daughter-in-law said my favorite moment was Preach talking to Amina through the classroom door. Yeah. Yeah. They had so many levels of like, oh my gosh, this is wrecking me. Ed R also said, I appreciate the events happening during the raid being live streamed. Hmm. Going to Kofi's point when he initially came in, what are y'all's thoughts and feelings around Preach in this episode? My heart goes out to him too for this being yet another moment where he's being carted off by seemingly police forces to be detained, to be restricted, to be confined against his will.
That and also I feel like that helped him open up to more of understanding his daughter as well. Just a piece that was needed to be put together. Even though he was already getting there and he was just like, you gonna write that letter to Ginsburg and apologize. That's what he was like, look, I paid too much tuition for this.
Mm-hmm.
But just for these events to occur and him to see it, and he was just like, she kept on saying, just like, Daddy, I'm sorry. I know you
Yeah.
told me not to do nothing. And he was just like, he low key was looking like, it's okay, baby. It's okay. I understand now. I
He
understand.
understand. He overstands. He's like, damn that apology. When we get cool, I mean, when we get Preach out of this damn detention center, he gonna say, damn Dinsbury, damn that apology. It's gonna be damn everything. after all he had to go through, after
Yeah.
what he had to watch his damn daughter endure. Preach. I said,
Yeah.
it's taking 3 of these ice ages to hold Preach back. There was going to be nothing that was going to keep him from getting the men off of his
Bro.
daughter.
Bro.
Truth be told, the
Bro.
old preacher would have killed him. It would have been over with.
Oh
Child.
man, the gangster, the former gangbanger was trying to come out, bro. I know that he's still a gangster. Like that, like when he threatened when Marquis tried to press up on him last season. Then you should know how my get down partner. Like he'd have got real hood real quick if he had to for the sake of his daughter. So yeah, but I felt. But I'm like at the back of my mind, I was like, dang, Preach got to go through the criminal justice system again, bro. Like, already he's reformed himself, and now he's doing it for a righteous cause. But he still got, I know he still got like a past that he's atoned for. But I'm like, man, I don't want to see this brother get locked up again, bro. Dang, that was what I
With
was
his
feeling. I was
daughter.
like, man,
With his
that was
daughter.
what was
That part right
and
there.
With his daughter.
That is going to send him over
Right.
over the edge. It's one thing for y'all to arrest me because I already
Yeah.
know how this go. Y'all put
Yeah.
some damn zip ties on my daughter. You better hope I don't go Super Saiyan in this
My
hole.
16-year-old daughter.
Child.
And then it just irritated me the most when they ended it when Coop just got the phone, not even charging.
It's just sitting there. What you doing? You taking over the world, you said. Y'all going up against the world, you said. Meanwhile, the whole damn
Yeah.
world is on fire. Everybody that you care about is being carted off in some nondescript ass vehicle with some mass vigilantes, and your ass up there yucking it up with the light skinned lawyer. Coop, please.
Yeah, Coop is insufferable
Yeah.
at this point.
You know what? I feel like this is gonna. We've been talking in these lives what Coop's storyline is gonna be, or like what is she doing? Because I know people have been saying she's just there. I think there's gonna be some internal conflict that we're gonna see in her in these next few
have to
episodes,
happen.
given what has happened to Amina and Preach. I think we're gonna see that. I'm assuming it's picking up right where we left off in the next episode. So I think that's one thing we need to watch out for.
Yeah, because in the trailer that had Patience coming back, it seemed like her and Brianna is not going to be on the same page. So it's just definitely giving. She's reevaluating as far as law, what she want to do. That's definitely giving. That's what it's giving.
Because what the hell good is your law degree as a black woman from the hood if you can't help your people out because you too focused on these stupid corporate agendas? Patience, come on back and get her together. I didn't see the preview, y'all, so I don't know, but I'm here for it.
Quick question. I was like, they didn't put Layla in this episode at all, and I'm like, I know she ain't going to tour that fast. So where did she go?
I think she's just home.
Yeah, I think she's coming back next episode though.
Yeah, I think she's home. Remember, KJ only found out about it because of Macy, and I don't think that like Layla is following Macy, so she wouldn't have gotten like an alert to know what's happening. Jordan probably didn't call her while he's running his ass down there because he's simple. Before it got to the ice part of it all, I was like, Jordan.
Oh my god!
Actually, I put it in the All American chat here because I was like, Jordan, you always fucking something up. You have the nerve to have an attitude about Cliff. Like, please, he don't owe you nothing. You considering everybody considering. Now all of a sudden you mad that everybody considering. Oh, I had forgot about the press conference. That's how it go. You told him that you told him immediately as soon as you got the job offer. That's a lie. You spent the whole 12 hours deliberating before it was compelled out of you. Jordan, please. So I was so frustrated with Jordan at the top of this episode. And then when it switched and Ice showed up, I'm like, okay, that doesn't even matter no more.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think that Layla's home. Nicole Jordan says, unfortunately, Patience is back. Not unfortunately. She irks you just as bad as Tori, really? That's a take, Nicole. My God. That is a take. You also said that.
And then, hold on.
Yeah, don't Patience like that.
I had another thing. I was just in there like, is KJ the only black boy that's on the football team? Because you got nothing but white boys going behind him. And I'm like,
Correct.
where is the
Correct.
black people?
Correct. Beverly Hills. What the hell you got going
It's
on? I fear that is the
it's
case.
Beverly. Where are the brothers now? I mean, I know there's some cool white boys, but like you, come on,
You
like
gotta
you
have
can't be the
one or
only brother of the two.
That's a whole other
Yeah.
problem. That's a whole other
Hey,
conversation playing out with all of these black people, these one off with black people in white spaces and how unsafe we are in that. He's lucky that his father is coaching there, and there are some students,
yeah.
but it gets a big tricky with that. Nicole also said, in my opinion, Preach should have let the assistant principal handle it, but he's still my guy. I mean, he seemed ill-equipped, and if he would have handled it,
yeah,
they would have carted Amina and them all out of there well before. There would have been no standoff,
yeah.
but Amina wasn't getting out of there because she backtalked them. So I don't know about that. I don't know
Yeah.
about a dad standing down while these mass vigilantes trying to get
I
at his
think the
daughter.
Bible would have just went with anything,
Mm-hmm.
and Preach was more so asking all the questioning before they even get to those people. But the vice principal would have probably been let them take them, and it was just already been done. It was just there wouldn't been no questions asked. It wouldn't been nothing. He was like, the principal ain't answer the phone, so
Take them.
hey, let them do what they can do.
Literally.
I agree.
I know that Cliff isn't a big deal because of the iceness of it all, but how y'all feel about Cliff being back and his part in the dissension of this episode?
He annoying. He just get off my TV. Cause why is you here? What purpose are you really serving? I'm just like, Cassius, I need you to be putting your feet on people's neck. You is just letting these people bombard over you.
He
Like,
is letting these people have their way with him.
You hear me? Like, it's bad enough you gotta deal with Jordan, but you over here, like, this man is too comfortable. He's always in your desk. Like, this is his spot. This his joint. He already ready to like replace KJ. So, like,
And KJ's all well-intentioned ass cousin Jordan. Da, 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 da.
He
KJ,
talked too
please.
much, bro.
like, what was the reason for you to say that?
Your daddy
No,
told
that
you
was-
that Cliff hates the Bakers more than your damn grandfather, and you come in here, yeah, because cousin Jordan.
He thought that was cool, like they was besties. Like, oh, you're gonna be my dad's bestie now. I'm like, no.
KJ is so oblivious, y'all. And this goes back to our conversation that we had last week. Like, he really just be bopping about, like, he is just so whimsy and like, all will be well with the world. And when I come against something, I'm gonna be mad, but I'm gonna still overcome. And it's like, that's not how the world works, KJ. Sometimes you gotta keep some close to the vest.
Yo, he just might look. This is going back to what Micah said last week. He just low key might be dumb. That might be his character trait. Like not dumb, like and stretchily, so but like he has a senior moment where he like he don't be know he really don't be knowing like just like I was just helping a friend or all that type of stuff like because when I heard him when he let that sleep I'm like KJ bro why. But he didn't know he was a snake, so it's like I said, all that stuff.
I'm glad
with
that you pointed out,
Beverly-
Kofi. You know why I'm glad?
Yeah.
Because it's
Why?
only but so much that optimism gonna get your ass. You still need to keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like I said, I pushed all that Beverly Crenshaw crap to the side because like I was locked into. I just like okay, can we get back to the school though? I need to make sure what's happening to them babies, bro. Like them children, bro. These are children. Like for
Yeah,
real.
that
So.
took over everything. Cause I almost even forgot about the whole little Jordan Khalil moment. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, why? And then Khalil, you thought the team had your back. They did not. They did not care. They was just like, good for you.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
get it though
I mean-
too. I get it though too. Like I didn't realize that he's the only one with no damn offer. And Ron, don't be talking about him being left back. Like don't get tossed up in this locker room.
Yo, Khalil was ready to
I
be
love
in that
Amina
ass, boy.
face.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
What you were saying,
you
Isaiah?
didn't have to tell him that he was almost. Yeah, go ahead.
I said people love throwing that at his face, like you've been held back, this, that, the third. I'm like, leave the boy alone. Like, come on now.
On top of the fact that he wasn't even held back because of his grades, he was held back because he's a gangbanger. He wasn't showing up. Y'all better stop
Yeah,
playing with
man.
him.
Yeah, yeah. He's a smart guy. It's just that he was caught up in the life and just being. Well, I'm a gangster. I want to do gangster things. I want to be on this block. He was on the block, and he got his mind right and felt like, hey, there's another way. So he's getting right back on track. So,
I just
but
need them
yeah,
to
but
really let Khalil evolve. Like I feel like even with these episodes, it's just like Khalil is depending on everybody else to give him that uplifting, and he's not doing it himself.
Yeah.
So it's just like he easily get discouraged if something is not going according to plan, and then you're going back to square one. And I'm like, you don't need to go back to square one. It's
Let's
just like
talk about it,
swimming.
Tyler. Let's talk about it because when he looked his little beady ass eyes into Amina's eyes and said, I don't need you, I said, Amina, I know you care about this boy, but I need you to take it to hell. I would have said to him, well, you need to show me because I ain't never seen it. You
That
don't
made
need
my
me?
blood boil.
Show me.
That made my blood boil when he said that. I felt like I wanted to punch his face through the screen. Cause boy, what?
yeah, brother, like he is just so mad, bro. He's in his. I, he's so mad, bro. Like, brother. I don't know why. No, I know why. You like the girl, but you lashing out. But this is not a
He better
healthy.
reel it in. He better
Yeah,
reel
that's
it
what
in.
I'm
He
saying.
better
Feel
be
it.
glad
Yeah,
that Amina ain't a man eater. How about that? He better be glad
yeah.
because I would have taken it to hell. The moment that I was bending over backwards for, cooking up all types of schemes, trying to prove my worthiness for over a year and wanted to see and benefited offer every last bit of the affirmations and the pouring into the cup that I do of him, and I'm still advocating for his ass against counselors and girlfriends and everybody goddamn else. The moment that little nigga looks me in my eyes and say, I don't need you, my whole head will spin around on my damn shoulders and it's gonna be up and it's stuck after that. I will take it
Mhm.
to hell. You don't need me? After all that I have done, you don't need me?
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
I was just
crash
like,
out and
after
then
she just
gay.
sat here and created a whole reel for you while you had this other chick tell you it's okay to go to community college. Not saying community college bad, but it's okay for you to just take the L and just sit there. She had to lift you up just for you to sit there and say that.
It's crazy.
Jesus. It's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
giving at this point because she tired. So it's giving at this point crash out and then Chris Brown deuces because
We
at
can't
this
even be
point,
friends no more. We can't even be
I
friends
needed
no
her to
more.
crash out. He is so lucky that Ice showed up. He is so lucky because I needed Amina to be on his ass about that. That was a that like I don't understand how he's finding new lows. Like Khalil, please stop digging and elevate immediately. We thought it
Cause
was bad last week when you
it's
brought big headed Barbie over here. Forehead, you aligning with forehead, but you gonna look at me in her eyes this week and tell her you don't need her?
combination of them two, bringing forehead and then telling Amina that she don't need her. The combination of them two is crazy.
Crazy.
yeah.
Hey, Micah, welcome
Mhm.
in.
What's up, Micah?
Yeah, too much.
Micah, we can't hear you.
This episode was too much.
Oh, that's Money Green Tape. My bad. I gotta turn this
Oh,
little thing off. I saw the M's. Okay. What'd you say?
Yeah, this episode was too much.
A
It
lot.
was really blood blowing. Mm, I was I was in my book club when ISIS came in for the clerk at the library.
Oh
Oh my
wow.
god.
That
It was
must have been
really
rough.
too much. It was really too much. I say, I'm not. I called my mom and my uncle. Kept kept the phone on the speaker while everything was happening.
Mm.
It was, when I tell you, when I was looking at that screen, it brought me back through that situation. Mm,
I feel you.
Yeah, I know that.
yeah, yeah. But back to KJ, I changed my mind. He's not me. I'm not him. He getting on my nerves.
We was talking about Khalil money, but you talking about KJ. Why you divorcing
Yeah.
KJ now? Why you want no parts? What he do?
You don't need a minute after all y'all been y'all you
Oh, you
tried to
are talking
push
about
her
Khalil.
through the
Okay.
side.
Oh, Khalil.
You are talking about Khalil.
Cause I'm like, my boy ain't do nothing.
Oh, so you would never look at your best friend and be like, I don't need you. Is that correct, Tay?
That, that's some bullshit.
He know it. That's why he looked like he wanted to cry when she being carted off by the damn vigilantes.
Yeah, yeah, that man's whole world got shattered. He was like, I mean, he said he didn't need you, and then then the real hit the fan, and he said like, okay, we gonna follow your lead. Like initially, he didn't want her to, go and then be like, all right, it's gonna go down, but we got your back. And that boy looked like crushed when she got whisked away by the ICE officer in handcuffs. So I'm just saying, look,
That was
he he's just in his feelings about everything
yeah.
that's going on and lashing out in a meeting. It's not healthy, bro. You need
He
to
need to
let
get
that
out of
go
his
and
feelings immediately.
get out of his
Daughter-in-law
feelings.
says,
Yeah,
in defense
He's
of
in his
Khalil,
feelings.
daughter-in-law said,
Oh,
in defense of Khalil though, why is she asking how he feels about things while simultaneously telling him that she doesn't need to tell him everything she's feeling? He wants to be let in too. Daughter-in-law, I would ride with you and I would feel you on that if the man had called her once in the last 6 months.
yeah. He lost every privilege after that.
You gonna have to convince me that you want to be let in. You don't get to come at the tail end because you seen some other man who had been calling me over the other 6 months, and he know this and he know that. It feels like you're motivated to know and to be into it and trying to, oh, I'm trying to help you because you see that this man is helping me and you wish you was in his spot, not because you're supposed to be one of my best friends and you deeply care for me. Because if you deeply care for me, you would have got your ass out your feelings 6 months ago and figured out how you could show up for me while navigating the complicated emotions that you hold. But you don't need me though.
yeah, y'all gonna hold it over him till the end of the season or wherever how
That's not
this
holding it over him.
ends.
Kofi, that is us
No,
holding him
no,
accountable because he's
I
talking about some
know.
he
That's what
want to
I'm
know,
saying.
but you never asked. And now at the end, you're like looking at her with all this entitlement and expectation, but you didn't show up. Like he didn't do his part. So he's unfair.
That's true. That's true.
It's not
I
even
feel you
trying
on
to
that.
hold it over him. It's like, sir, you didn't even create a safe space for her to actually be able to do any of those things. And even still, she's checking on you. She's going to your counselor about you. She's checking your girlfriend that you chose about you. All the while knowing that you don't even have the capacity to show up for her in the way that she needs. But because she's so true to heart, because she's so pure at heart, she's still going to continue to give from what she can to you. And you're going to have an attitude? And you're going to talk about, I don't need you?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think he means that, bro. Honestly, I, I don't think he's meaning all this. I don't think he sincerely. he's just saying things to just say things. Because no rational human being would behave this way, bro. Like that's how I'm viewing it. Because it
He's
just
he
doesn't make
just
any
thinks that
sense.
because want to be in the place of where KJ is. Like they've grown so much closer. It's just like for him, he's just like, well, we got always look and see what KJ and Amina are doing because they have their own little kiki here, and I don't know what's going on. But that's his problem. Just like him and
Yeah,
Tori have what they got going on over there. But
clock
True.
KJ,
it.
I mean, and Amina are not well pressed about what they got going on. He is pressed because he wish he was KJ sitting there being that, but you're not showing up present. And we get it. She got something going on. You got stuff going on. This is the moment you were supposed to give that olive branch to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing? You ain't even asked that girl how she's doing. You know she at the expel point. We just went over that
Right.
like
That girl
so
walking a
it's just
damn
like
That's
plank
it's
this
why.
episode, and he looking at her with a. Khalil just better be glad. He better be glad that it is Amina that he doing this with.
And that's why I had a bad taste in my mouth when uh the whole scene with Khalil and KJ working out with the whole thing where he was like, we just focus on this showcase. We ain't gonna talk about nothing else because it really shouldn't be that way. But because of the way Khalil is acting, that's where we landed.
Yeah, it sucks because he's definitely in a place where he doesn't know how to get out of it. To your point, Tyler, you got something going on with Tori, and I actually think it's platonic. Like even though they had a little like close moment, and she stepped to him, and it seemed like something. I feel like he is able to talk to Tori because he doesn't have romantic feelings for her. The people that he actually cares about, he has trouble communicating with, and he need to figure out what he need to do to reverse that. Or at least heal the part of the people who actually matter, because you're withholding from the people who matter, but you could be straight up with the people who don't. How the hell that work?
Man,
Mm.
you be preaching for real, for real.
I've been a lot of times I've been in places that I'm seeing mirrored in the show. And shout out to being a writer. Shout out to screenwriting as a whole, because it is a very therapeutic and cathartic art. Being able to craft characters and specifically create them from a space of clear understanding after you come through something. I've worked out a lot of things on the page. So that's part of it too. But thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah.
Speaking of which,
Mm-hmm.
you got any upcoming things you're writing?
I didn't hear you.
I'm curious now. I said you got any upcoming things you're writing? Because I'm curious now.
I do. I do. It's been a little bit rocky here, but I'm pivoting and I'm producing an audio series right now.
Oh shoot. Okay. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Mm. Uh, man, what else happened? Everything
quick question.
just.
Yes, Tyler.
Is
Sorry, Kofi.
is
1 second.
the next episode the last episode? Because I think it says the 2 hours.
No, it's. I think they're going to take a brief hiatus, so it's the mid-season finale.
Mid finale, yeah.
Okay, mid finale. Okay.
Which, child, we
the
only
So
getting these
season,
13 episodes. So
5
what the hell y'all
episodes.
waiting on?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why you guys got to do a mid-season break now? This is the last season. I mean, but I guess they want to close out 8A, so we'll get whatever fallout happens after next week Monday. I'm assuming there's an episode next week Monday, and then they go on their hiatus, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And my
Monday.
All
thing
right.
is, and my thing is, at that point, the whole fitting the whole season into a week thing don't really make sense if you're dragging it out like that.
Child, well, when
Yeah,
that comes down
yeah,
to it, that's more of a studio network type of thing, and them sticking to like whatever protocols. I noticed that Power did the same thing. So with this last season of Power Book 2, they typically take one episode in between once they got to the halfway point, and they took off for a week, even though that was the final season. Sometimes it's just the executives still make that decision regardless of what the writings have. Such a complicated
Yeah.
process. And a lot of the executives are not thinking about the audience in the way that they should be. But that's a whole other conversation for a whole other day. Nicole says that Khalil is missing his friendship with Dion. Still?
I
Is
don't
he
know
though?
about that.
Don't know
Is
about
I
he?
don't
that.
know. I don't know about that
I don't
one
know about all that,
because he
but
ain't spoke about him since the last
he
time
ain't
we seen
spoken.
him, so I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Kendra says that Khalil hasn't been right since he talked to his parents.
Ooh, well, I think it's a combination of things. It's the no offers. It's Tash, getting ambushed by Tash when his pops brought him in there. It's the I peep what happened with Khalil or KJ and Amina. The whole everything is he's lashing out at everybody. He's not just lashing out at Amina. I mean, he went off on Jordan.
Jordan deserves it.
He's well, that fine. Jordan
Jordan's about
deserves
the
it,
only
but like
person that deserves all the ire that Khalil can actually muster because you are abandoning this boy. And whether it is actually true or not, the way that he perceived it is the only fact that matters in this moment. This
Jordan
is
his
stupid.
dad.
Hello?
Jordan his
do you
and he needs Spencer. He needs to be a Spencer to remind his daddy. Hold on now. Before you get yourself ahead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jordan is his daddy. This is definitely what it's giving.
And he need to act
Yeah.
like it. Damn it.
yeah, because
Then again, Spencer's
I,
dad wasn't acting too good either.
But he saw what it looked like
yeah,
when his
Up
daddy
until
was
the
loving
very
on his
end.
son Spencer. So just act like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
true, true,
It ain't like
true.
you don't know what it looked
I,
like. You just ain't never get to feel
yeah,
it. This your chance.
this is a chance, but the other team, his other teammates didn't seem so pressed like about it. Like saying, "Yeah, we happy for you, coach." Like, I don't know,
Because
maybe
they
is
got
you think he's
offers.
make okay? That's probably why.
True.
Yeah,
I think it's that, and also because he's not the head coach. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yep.
have that relationship with Jordan, but he's not the head coach. I feel like it would be definitely different if he was the head coach of the team, because then that's.
Yeah.
But some of them have relationships with Jordan. He's with a certain group of those males have that relationship with him, so they're like, "We happy for you." This is
Yeah.
something we already knew. This is something you really wanted to do. So
But Khalil is
yeah.
right. Like, Jordan is the quarterback coach. He's the one who advocated for him to even, one, be on the team, but then two, get into a place to actually be able to play. So Jordan's absence does affect Khalil the most, which besides the offers, that does track. The other kids still
I wish
have
they would
Coach
have said
Bobby.
he should have had that discussion at home. Like, I get it, you angry, but y'all need to have that discussion at home, because that's why I was like, when Jordan hit that came back, you can't get mad at me. You sitting over here trading in the house. Is they supposed to be
I said, Jordan,
rivals?
that's petty. That's petty
and then
now.
oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
bro.
You gonna out your
Yeah,
son in front of his friends? That's not.
yeah, yeah.
That's
It was
crazy.
given what Jordan did. Like, he reverted back to what he did.
He's sorry. He was
I,
sorry.
he just gave what he did in season 3 with that whole bus fight when he was like when Spencer was trying to calm everybody down. He's like, keep your name out your mouth," and just acting like a privileged old boy and all that. It just gave me those
Yeah.
vibes when he decided to
That made
check.
my blood
I
boil
mean,
when he did that.
yeah, I was like, dang. Dang, I know Khalil acting out of sight and he being disrespectful, but you didn't have to out him like that. You could have
I
checked him
feel
right
like
there
Khalil
without.
would be fine if Jordan just say, "I'm taking you with me." Period. That's all he need to say. Because even when he
Yeah.
first heard about it, he was like, "You taking me with you?" Like, that was the
Yeah.
first thing he said. So I think
Okay,
that's what
yeah,
Jordan should have been leaning into. Like, I'm not
yeah.
leaving. We're a package deal. That would have been better.
Either that or at least give him a solid answer.
Yeah. But he's so damn
Yeah.
selfish. He can't seem to focus. Yes, Bobby is
Oh,
still
Lord
the
have
head coach,
mercy.
Kendra. We about to see Spencer James and Grace James, probably. I'm working on a video, y'all, because Daniel
Oh.
Ezra is busy. I don't want to leak all of it here, but I feel like I got an idea of what his next project is, and if I'm right about it, it is going to be so good. And he is aligning a lot with people in the book space. So we already know that he's going to be in All Sinners Bleed on Netflix. That's a book written by S.A. Cosby. He's not the lead in that, but he's an important character. And then I just saw a TikTok from another author from a series that I read that was phenomenal. It was a romance. And I'm like, wait a minute. I looked in the back and on the Zoom is Daniel Ezra. And nobody in the comments is like, recognize that? So I'm working on the video to like break all of that down and what he could be working on. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for what happens after this for him.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're in New York right now, he's on off Broadway in a play called Shifters. I was trying to get over there to go see it, but I don't think I'm going to make it back to the East Coast before it's done.
Are we supposed to be getting Olivia next week, or am I tripping? Because I thought I saw
We're
something
not
like
gonna
that.
see them. We're not gonna probably see them until the back half of the season because I did see the CW drop their mid-season trailer, so they're there. So we're not probably gonna see them till where we're getting close to the end of the series when things. I think we'll see them once the showcase starts because in
Yeah.
the show world it's 2 days away from at the recording of that episode it was only 2 days away. So and I'm assuming the next episode is still technically 2 days away because it's still the same day when this is happening. So yeah, this is gonna drag for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think Olivia's supposed to come back the episode after the mid-season.
Yeah.
Like,
Y'all know I don't know because I ain't looking forward to it.
Have you,
Yeah.
Erica? You haven't seen the
I'm just trying to.
mid-season trailer yet, have you?
No.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
have
trying
to
to be
watch it.
prepared for whatever comes with it. That's all I'm saying.
What'd you say, Isaac?
Erica done what?
I said I'm just trying to be prepared for whatever comes with it. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's just going to be a gush fest over their twins and her birth and like, oh yeah, look at her. They're carting Samantha Logan out to say, look, see, we still got her. It's not going to be anything that's like pivotal for the storylines. It's honestly just, to me, I'm expecting it to be fan service. I don't think that they're going to be too integral to any of the plots.
Well, based on the trailer, it seemed like they really
You're gonna have to watch it.
yeah,
You're
they
gonna have to watch it because I
um,
tend to disagree.
Okay,
yeah, they
I'll
amping
watch
up
it.
something. They amping up
Yeah.
something with Olivia that seems to be a little bigger, and I just keep thinking to myself, that trailer and this episode this week, I don't know how this is like the hardest week any human has ever gone through in their entire life. Like,
Oh my lord!
like there's no
It's
way. Like, there's no way this is realistically someone's week. Like, I should say.
Yeah.
And this
I
is
don't
too.
know. If they introducing Olivia to the conversation around ice, I'm immediately turned off. I don't need to rebel without
Nah,
a damn
nah.
cause.
Well,
No,
no, I don't
It's
think
not that.
it's
It's not
about
that.
ice. I
Yeah,
think it's
not about.
about her.
It's about giving birth, basically.
Yeah.
And I don't care about that either, y'all.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we get it.
But I love this for y'all. I mean, if y'all are gonna enjoy it, great. I'm probably gonna make a skilly.
I'm not. Look, I'm just glad to see my man Spencer finna be in here, so I'll take it. So I'm gonna take it, bro. I'm gonna see. You ain't gonna let me like Spencer coming back. We getting back to the title character, so I'll take it with a grain of salt. You know.
Yeah, that's
We
Let it
ain't
happen.
ready. We are not ready for Olivia bullshit. Okay? She can stay where she at.
I don't think that. Well, I mean, y'all are trying to warn and say that I don't think that she's coming with BS. I think that it's going to be fluff. Like, regardless of what it is, even if she's struggling to birth the babies and they have a conversation around maternal birth rates, they're still going to have her come out of it just fine.
All right.
You can see that.
But y'all can let them get y'all all wrapped up if you want to, and Olivia. I refuse.
Look,
Which
I'm
one's
not
we
getting
gonna get?
wrapped up. Hey, we're not getting wrapped up. We just don't see it for what it is. That's all. I mean, I really don't care.
Well, yeah.
Ada R says it seems like Khalil finds Olivia in distress, and that's probably when Khalil called Jordan, and that's when Jordan ran off the field. Okay. I
Mm.
figured
Yeah.
that from the beginning. When
Yeah.
I did my first trailer breakdown, I said, oh, something tied to Olivia delivering the babies. That's why he running. Before we saw
Speaking
an
of which,
episode. Um,
I was waiting on your breakdown for the last episode
child, it's
because
coming.
even though I was a part of the live, I still wanted to hear like the
The
summary
cohesive
breakdown.
thoughts. It's coming.
Uh-huh.
I'm
I
working on
was
it. I'm
like,
behind on so
he
damn
ain't dropped
much,
it
child.
yet. What's going
No. No, I did not. Because I did a
I
bunch.
feel
Like,
like you're
I have
gonna.
a bunch of Fightland videos that I also have to drop. I have to drop my DR from Detroit.
Ooh.
Like, I've watched all these and I, like,
Ooh.
wrote those. So it's taking me longer. Like, usually when I record, I just turn on the mic and just start talking. But for, like, Fightland and for DR, I actually, like, wrote while I was, like, watching. I think I watched both episodes, like, twice. And trying to just
Oh.
establish something really dope with it. So it's taking more time, and that pushed me back with everything else.
Oh, I watched the first two episodes of Fightland last Friday. 50 got another one because, yo, I might have to rock with this one. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it because I hadn't seen the premiere yet, but I was like I had time. I was home, so I'm like, all right, let me see what this is about, and I'm in it. I liked it. Gave me some British flavor, so I'm with it. So yeah.
Y'all should also
Yeah,
check
the
out DR from
breakdown sounds
Detroit.
good.
DR from Detroit is really good.
Okay.
We got
Is it on Netflix?
It's
It's
on
on
Paramount.
Paramount.
Yeah.
Paramount? Oh, okay.
The first season
Yeah,
is
I
up. The
really be
second
happy.
season was what premiered. And it's
I,
interesting. It's a genre bending drama. So like it is technically a thriller, but it's so many comedic beats. There's a little bit of a romance subplot going on. It is creative as hell. It is one of the best new shows in quite a while, and not enough people are talking about it. So I'm also trying to tighten up and talk about it better. It's really good. So
yeah, I
yeah,
really be
my
happy.
All American breakdowns are coming. Your girl's just a little backlog because she's trying to push out all of these damn breakdowns across all of these shows. And I also want to talk about Raising Canaan and like the end of that and the
Oh my
demon that is
God.
Canaan.
Oh
Ooh.
my
Oh my
God.
lord. Oh
Oh
my
my God.
lord. Oh my
Oh
lord.
my God.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
I wish that little
Oh
demon
man.
spawn had died.
Oh man.
Canaan is the
now,
devil.
Bro.
I- now I see
Bro,
why
but
Dingo Candy killed Dingo jukebox with no hesitation.
yep. And man, when they played the end credit, when they played the deep cut of 50 Cent's Ghetto Quran or whatever he called it, I'm like, no, you didn't. At the end credits and then the post credit scene I saw, I'm like, man, this puts so many things in perspective when you watch the original Power. Now you understand, bro. Like it was ah yo,
Now you
that that
understand that
that
Ghost and
ended.
Tommy should have killed his ass, not sent him to jail.
Yeah.
Well, we got to see how we got to that point. We got to watch Origins, and we got.
No,
I'm waiting for Origins to see how it played out, though. That's all,
Kofi.
man.
Kofi. No,
Yeah,
we don't.
yeah,
We do not.
yeah,
Gotta
yeah,
see why. We know why. He's an ignorant
yeah,
ass little boy.
Hey, Bucket
yeah,
with your girl.
yeah,
Welcome in. The Lawrence report said Fightland is
yeah.
different. Fightland is different. It's not. It's good, but it's not as um. It's not as what's the word I'm looking for? Like Power had me from episode 1. Fightland, I wasn't against it in episode 1, but it has a lot of build up. It's a lot of establishing. I think that this is them pushing the boundaries a little bit more and trying to get a little bit more into the prestige drama space.
I can agree with that.
But back to All American Child, because the content is coming for all of the other stuff. Anything else we need to talk about, y'all? KJ rushing over to Crenshaw. One, because he
Yeah.
has protested in his blood, but the other reason is because your girl is getting arrested, and you ain't gonna tell me otherwise,
Yeah.
KJ.
Yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Oh, I gotta
His
go save my
face
boo. I gotta go
for
save my
real.
boo. Like, like
When
my
he
my
looked at
girl in
the
trouble.
video and seen it drop, oh, he said, "We gotta go."
Yeah. 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 Oh, but we friends though. We friends. We. Oh, I gotta call. We broke up. I can't deal with this right now. I'm calling Tori like 5 times trying to get her to talk to me and all that. Brother, you better stop lying to yourself. You got "I love Amina" all written over your face, your actions, your heart. She
Cassius
got
said
you, dog.
a dance emergency.
A dance emergency. Oh, come
Hey,
on, bro.
damn,
I
damn
can't.
emergency.
Don't say that.
Yo, there's an
Cassius looked at his
emergency.
son
I.
like, "You're gone. A dance emergency, my dude." Is that what you?
He's like,
That's what you decided to say?
yeah, come on, bro. You know you don't believe that bull that you talking about.
I think KJ
Uh,
believes it. He just can't believe his son is so simple and so gone for her already. And it's like, how you talking about a dance emergency with this girl, but this girl is your girlfriend? And I loved it. I
yeah, I
love that
just,
Cassius. This is probably one of the best things that he did that whole damn episode. He's just like, are you trying to get uh Tori to respond to you because you want to make her feel better, or you want to make you feel better?
Right.
He gotta
yeah.
wake that up.
That line reads,
Yeah, man.
It's on it.
Which one do y'all
Speak
think it
on
I
it.
think
is?
he was good on.
I think it's the latter. It's the latter. Yeah, I think he's sorry about doing Tori Doherty, but make her feel better. But I think he knows that, dang, I really like Alina, but I can't admit it to myself. So let me try and overcompensate and apologize to Tori so I don't look like a bad dude for stringing this girl along. I think that's what it is. But he knows what his feelings are.
That
All
too,
right.
and also it may be a thing of, you know how you have some people who like eventually at the beginning they really like this person, but that the other person didn't like them, so they just
Mm-hmm.
deduce themselves to the friend and not realizing those feelings are just still showing. So he just like, I don't want to lose the friendship. Could also be in the mind frame of, I don't want to lose the friendship if we even try to shift in that dynamic. Like, I like you just the way you are in my life, whether so he kind of like on the scared side of
Mm-hmm.
what that looks like,
Yeah.
because
and that's
they
the
really
possibility.
depend on each other. They depend on each other. It's just like he could never really talk to Tori for real about like how he feeling. Da, da, da. I gotta go with Mina. Like, I gotta hold this for Mina. But
And I feel like he chose not to
And
do
even
that.
Tori thinks
He
that.
chose not to open up to Tori. Like, yeah, you would talk to Tori here and there, but it's not as deep as when he talks to Amina.
Is
Like,
it always
I
a
think he
choice though?
felt like
Because
Amina
sometimes it's
understood
about
him.
if you actually feel safe with the person.
Yeah, I feel like he felt like Amina understood him. So it was just like Tori's just like, so even with Khalil, because he was doing the same thing. Khalil was just like,
Like,
they
girl,
cannot tell her nothing.
right. Right. Jordan says,
mm,
sorry, no, Nicole Jordan says, yeah, KJ is only calling so that he doesn't look like the bad guy. Like y'all said, even his dad knows. Yep. KJ doesn't realize how deep his feelings for Amina are. You're right, Bronx chick. KJ's mom needs to come back to get these two men together. They are a mess together without her around. You are 100% right, Ed R. A mess.
yeah.
I know it's a lot going on, but at this point, KJ and Khalil just need to make a move, and Amina need to make a damn choice because my word.
Right. I feel like they been dragging this out towards the end. Like, we
Yeah.
don't need that no more.
Yeah. Well,
It's so
so
clear.
far, I think right now KJ got the head start. Like he miles ahead. So to me, it just feels like even if
Oh,
Khalil or got out of his feelings and just said, "All right, look, I'm sorry," and said what it is, I don't think he hasn't put enough of the man hours and the legwork to, you know, for Amina. I wouldn't even feel good for Amina to pick him, given what everything that I've
I
seen
think
so
that's two
far.
different
Like it
things, though,
almost
Kofi.
feels like,
That's two different things. You wouldn't feel good seeing it because you've seen all that KJ put into it, but that doesn't mean that he is as far from the finish line as you think he is. Because when you really think about it, Khalil started ahead of KJ. KJ is making up for ground that Khalil
yeah,
was already holding because of how she looked
for
at
sure.
him.
Even from the
Right.
fake
hmm,
boyfriend
Yeah.
perspective, it that whole thing, how it went down with them being at Layla house, he was like, well, dang, it's kind of hard with me trying to pretend to be the boyfriend. Then we're in this. I'm in a weird position, but I don't want to like. We can continue this, but like, it was just
Mm-hmm.
like, as Amina's focus was strictly on Khalil,
Yeah.
so it was just like,
It's a happy accident for her that she actually really does like KJ and they have developed really organically just through their proximity to one another. But this wasn't something that she was planning on, and Khalil definitely
yeah.
started ahead of KJ.
Yep. And then he
Khalil
felt
decided
her
to
I,
distance himself from that, so he just like, no, 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 you just, yeah.
And I'm saying I don't think that he is that far off
I,
from potentially tipping the scales because all it takes is not even an apology, it's a behavior shift. Like all he has to do is show up differently tomorrow because Amina still cares. She's still checking in with him. She's still
Yeah.
doing certain things that shows that she's still very much so invested. She just created a hard boundary. And the moment that he shows that he gets it, he's back in the game.
Yeah, but Khalil lost me
I,
the minute he did not contact that girl while she was gone. I said, "Oh
Hello?
yeah, it's like
Because what are you
y'all
talking
and I
about?
survived in college.
I
All
don't
that
care if
y'all
you
was
called
in
her and sat
college.
on the phone and said nothing. You could have at least called
Like what?
her. Oh, these men sometimes. My goodness. It is not that damn
No, I
it's
complicated.
just
he lost me when he
this.
started forming an alliance with Amina's biggest op. Like, what is that? Like, that was actually crazy.
I,
Like, are you trying to get this
yeah,
girl?
Khalil lost
yeah,
me when
yeah.
he started blaming Amina for the reason why she wasn't being reached out to.
That's
Yeah,
crazy,
that's crazy.
crazy work.
Mm,
So to your
Like,
point,
dude,
yeah.
you wouldn't feel comfortable with her choosing him now, which that 100% tracks. I was just saying that he is not as far off as you think that he might be because he started ahead.
So basically, y'all saying he down 3-1, and that all he has to do is lock in and can pull a Bron in the
Basically,
2016 finals. Is that what y'all tried to say?
basically.
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I think Amina said it
not
a while
necessarily,
back
but
after everything that
Yeah.
happened. Those feelings died down. It just was like, I finally see it. Okay, no, it's just not gonna. She already said that. She was just like, it was too many mistakes going on that, like, okay, this is just friendship, which is why I felt like in that point of time after she got off that whole Khalil ride, the roller coaster, her dependency came more so just naturally with KJ. It was just, we're free to be each other. I can't, I'm not doing this facade of just trying to make this person see me, and this just naturally just happening. It's just forming in its own little bubble.
She ain't convinced me just yet.
Mm.
Nicole says Khalil hasn't taken off that necklace since Amina gave it to him.
Child.
And that's the type of stuff that we
He
notice.
should have taken his own advice when he was telling KJ to go ahead and make it official with Tori. He ain't take no advice.
He was hoping that
If he
that
really wanted her.
he was hoping that would just take him out of the running altogether. And then Amina would just magically fall his way because his ass don't know what to damn
And then
do.
she said,
Then
and
Deansbury had.
didn't, and didn't she say, my feelings for Khalil are changing?
Yeah,
She did say that. She
she
did say
did.
that her feelings for Khalil is changing. That's why I say it started to just shift after time, and it just she had to come to the revelation herself.
I
Like,
agree
yeah,
that a
it,
shift has happened. I don't think that he's completely out. She hasn't convinced me that yet because she's very overly invested in him. Similar to how KJ is overly invested in Amina, that it's not just friendship. She is that way towards Khalil.
I think it's because
And
that's how she's always been. That's just like still her natural form, whether she liked them or not. She's just always been that. But as seeing how things were moving, once she finally let it out, it changed things for her in how he was moving. So that changed things for her, which is why she said her feelings for Khalil changed. So it's just like now I care about you the same way, and I still want you to do good, and I'm still. This is just naturally what I'm going to do. I want to root for you because I mean, in the same instance, she kind of does that for KJ too. It's just like who she is as a friend or whatever. That's just how she naturally is. It just don't stop because she just, stopped liking him. She just realized like, yeah, I don't like you in that light no more. Like I thought I did in the beginning, but now it's just, you know.
I think you have a
she grew
point,
to be
Tyler, but like
platonic.
daughter-in-law said, changing doesn't mean permanently change. And I would caution you to think that changing means permanently change because changing also could just mean evolving. And the tricky spot that comes up when it is Khalil, right? And like, yes, he's been messy boots and like, sorry, you making this very difficult for her, and I hate that for her. But also, a part of loving somebody is truly seeing them. So now she's being introduced to different parts of him that she didn't know before, and she's still persevering and she's still showing up for him and she's not turning it off. So while her love is changing, that doesn't mean that it's changing in a way that she's going to not actually see him romantically anymore. It's a little bit easier and it's a little bit, to me, it's stronger if you are actually still persevering through all of the bullshit with somebody and you actually see them not just for the good, because before she was just seeing him in these rose colored glasses, but now she's seeing him fully and still showing up in that way. So for me, when I hear it's changing, I think that that's very valid and that's what happens, but it doesn't mean that it's not strengthening. It's not, doesn't mean that that love isn't refortifying itself around truth versus the fantasy that she had created.
I get what you're saying, but it's just really going to take Khalil it's really going to take Khalil to do that big change
And that's
in
what I
order
said.
to
All he has to
reciprocate.
do is change his behavior. Because also, I think that we are giving more credit to KJ than he deserves, even though he does deserve credit, right? While he has been a great friend to her, he has also maintained a relationship knowing that she likes him. And that makes her feel away too. Like, yes, she has a lot of positive emotions and he is showing up as a friend, but there's a certain repressed situation that's happening for her now too because he chose another girl over her. And we kind of like skip over that.
I mean, because look at the way she looked as she saw him pursuing Tori at the end of season 7 right there. Like, that should tell you everything.
I have mixture of feelings.
And
I
that's
only say
fine.
that, like I only say that because like I get what you're saying, but even with her conversation, she was just like, I don't. I mean, I felt like they didn't have a chance to unpack their feelings. They were just the same thing of like, is there something going on that I like? We both sitting there, we're clueless. What just happened? It did it mean to happen? Like with feelings, or was this just a momentarily moment? I mean a moment, but I felt like for KJ, he just looked at it like the loyalty has to automatically go to Tori because that's who I was with. So that's who I'm worried about right now. And then we can unpack this later. But the person I was in a relationship with is who I'm prioritizing and trying to, figure this out with. Because this is somebody who I am actually with. And like she said, I don't want to be like a homeworker.
I mean, I get it, but I think that there could be some very real feelings around. You should have never gotten that relationship with that girl to begin with.
Khalil! It's the issue. Khalil was like,
Khalil didn't make KJ choose. Khalil did not make KJ sashay his behind down that Soul Train line of white folks and choose Tory. Khalil ain't got nothing to do with that part.
Khalil put that bug in the ear because he wasn't even thinking about it until he put the bug in the ear.
She don't know that.
Then again, as pressing the story was, he felt guilty. That if he didn't, that there was gonna be something going on there.
And that to me is shaky. Like, you could be a great friend all the hell you like, but if you can allow yourself to be guilted into a relationship, I don't know if I want to get in a relationship with you.
Fair point.
He probably looked at it like, well, dang, maybe I ain't seeing nothing. Maybe I ain't seeing what I need to see, and somebody else is trying to tell me this is the person. Because even the mama and the daddy was conflicted. No, he should talk to Amina. No, he should talk to Tori.
I mean, I understand KJ's position. I'm just saying, we in how we talk about it, right? We were having a conversation about who's in the lead versus who behind and who she gonna actually choose. Yeah. I want to make sure we're having a full, robust conversation around the actual things, because yes, KJ has done a lot of things to be. I mean, Khalil has done a lot of things to be whack for, but he started out ahead, and KJ isn't completely clean. He hasn't completely been perfect and not hurt her feelings.
Right.
Yeah. And I just want to raise this thing around. I feel as though Khalil was really pushing KJ to Tory because of his feelings for Amina being interrupted if it was her instead of Tory, because he felt jealous at that point. And that's where I'm like, Khalil need to grow up.
Yeah. Before Amina went out, y'all, before everything went to hell, when Amina decided to leave out of the classroom, when her dad told her to stay there, Khalil was like, oh, this girl. He threw his head back like, damn it. Because he knew his moment that she left out of that damn classroom, he was going to. And I'm like, Lord, this is hilarious.
Yeah, because he didn't want to. He's like, you know what? She about to do that thing, but I can't leave her hanging. So, all right, come on. That's my girl right there. That's a girl I'm in love with, but I can't express to it. So I'm just lashing out saying, oh, I'll need you.
You don't need it, but you dragged your ass out of that damn classroom. Khalil, please.
Come on.
Baby.
Yo, men are
it was
funny,
immediate,
bro. Like,
y'all. He immediately got his ass up.
Yo.
Khalil, please.
He's like,
He definitely be giving him puppy dog vibes.
yeah, man. I mean, looking on the YouTubes right now, like, he's like, damn it, I gotta get up.
He said, your dad said stay seated. Amina.
This poor chocolate
I love this
boy.
for him.
He just can't. He just can't get right, bro.
That's what the hell he did. Maybe if you have already professed and made her your girl, no, she was still going out of that room regardless. But you would have not felt tension because you would have been like, I know I can't convince him. Let me just go ahead and go first. I love that moment. There's like little moments throughout this episode where I'm like, yo, this is brilliant. That part, I'm like, yeah, go ahead and get your ass up, Khalil. You ain't let her face these people alone. She get the barking orders, do this. He's like, all right, fine, bet.
All right.
Nicole said Khalil hopped up like a fireman.
Yeah. And then freaking Lil Ron saying, "Oh, y'all friends now," and then Macy's like, "Stop it!" Like, even though this was a serious episode, I did love the little bit of
Mm-hmm.
slight humor we got. Okay, Amina Luther King and all that, and then that Lil Ron saying, "Man, she's trying to be Harriet Tubman." I was like, "Okay, look, this is a serious moment." But I like the the subtleties here.
Yeah.
So
Wait, who said that? I forgot.
Ron.
Ron. Yeah, Lil
Oh,
Ron.
okay.
The old boy with the afro that gave Miss Perez the phone to call her daughter. So,
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going back and I'm looking. I don't know, y'all. Like Amina be looking at Khalil sometimes, and I'm just like, girl.
yeah, the way she looked at it, like, what's your problem? She looked like a sad puppy dog. Like, I was like, hey,
Well,
bro,
Kofi,
she's
she
like, I
also was in
don't
the
need you.
doghouse, so she was sad. Period.
Yeah, yeah, but it was like, dang, like, bro, I'm Khalil. You ain't got to say all that. You could have just said, I'm good. I'm like, but nah, I don't need you. That girl looked like she was about to. She's like, dang, But Khalil, my brother,
Jay.
man.
You all right, Tyler?
I'm so sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Okay.
That is hilarious.
I just wanted to say, in terms of like the conversation y'all was saying about whether Khalil or KJ is in the lead, I agree. I feel like it's an even playing field because one, nobody is making any moves. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like nobody winning unless somebody make a move, right? Like KJ not making any moves. Khalil not making any moves, right? Like I'm loving what we getting. Like the angst is really good. But
Yeah.
at this reality of the situation is no one is making any moves. So like it's an even playing field. Because I feel like if whoever make a move first, if Amina done with that, then that's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it could be Khalil and it also could be AJ. Is whoever make a move first.
And
And
like,
then the next thing I'm gonna say, oh sorry,
no, no, no. Go
continue.
ahead. I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
Oh no. Right, but like yeah, and the next thing is that like I feel like yes, KJ has done a lot of things that I feel like is like not noticed as well. Like in terms of the whole Tory thing, like yes, as much as Khalil could come and like put that in his ear, like you as a person are choosing to carry out this relationship, and that just never made any sense to me. I could understand like at the end of last season, like he was really, I feel like he kind of felt like, Amina really like Khalil. So he wasn't really considering himself as an option. But I still think that's a bad reason to still go and be with somebody else, even though you know you kind of feel that way about her. So I think that was like really wrong of him. And then even after the dance emergency, you're just gonna continue on this relationship. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So like that in itself is not good. It's not good. Especially because like well, I do appreciate that he still maintained his friendship with Amina despite that happening.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I mean something I hated in like season 3 of All American is like after Vegas, like Olivia's literally like ignoring Spencer, like they're not talking to each other at all. They're they're just not talking. Like she runs into Arthur's arms, and I'm kind of sipping us. I was like, this is crazy, but I do appreciate that KJ and Amina still like maintain their friendship and they still showed up for each other. But I do think that that is a big fault that
Yeah.
we all.
And that to me, I have it on screen now. It is reverberated at the top of this episode because Amina is like trying to apologize, and she's like, honestly, I feel like this might be some dirty backing because she's like, are you and Tori okay? I feel like she was trying to figure out where they stood. And because he immediately brushes off and like, I can't talk to you about it right now, and it's, to me, it's kind of clear that he's trying to smooth things over with her. We don't know what that's doing for Amina mentally, right?
Yeah, because it seemed like in that moment she's really trying to get some clarity on the situation because it's like, okay, the information is like officially out. Okay, at least from that conversation, she got that they broke up. But
Mm-hmm.
besides that, she didn't really get a much more information than that. And I feel like she kind of was fishing for more, but KJ was not having it at the moment.
Which is also not like him. He is very forthcoming
Yeah,
with Amina.
true. So maybe in her mind, she might also think, oh, is this like some kind of shift that's taking place there as well? Because she's not used to him being that way.
Yeah.
I think it's because they both had other stuff going on in the mind. It's like it's different when if they didn't have stuff going on. Him, he thinking about the combine, daddy potentially not being his coach, like on top cuz even when she was talking to her friends, she was just like I mean, the way they went about it, even bringing up the ball and stuff, what happened at the ball, it was just like, oh, I mean, yeah, it might be something going on, but at the same time, she's still dealing with the whole thing with Deansburg. So it's just like they both have different things going on. So they're not really able to fully process what actually they were feeling, and did it really mean things, because it's just so many things are going on, so it's just kind of hard for them to just focus mainly on that in that moment.
Mm.
And on that note,
CH
I
said,
gotta try.
sorry, go ahead, Isaiah.
I said, and on that note, it's 11:02, so I gotta drop.
Good night. Have a good rest of the week. CH says they haven't shown us what happened when Amina asked KJ, was there something between them? And Etta R says,
This
yes, we need a flashback so we can see what was said between them.
And that's the thing. I think that's what kind of irritated me when pit, they did the flash, and it was just Tori sitting there like there is something going on, but you didn't go confront. Like nothing is like what
Right, you ran your ass out.
is
And now you coming around this damn island at the Baker house all big, bad, and bold. Girl, you got put off of bad and bougie when you was at that damn school. Why are we even here? You should have turned that damn school out.
That's why I was just like, oh my god. So we're not going to know the backstory of what's going on. It's just keeps the goalpost keeps moving.
Yes, for a fact.
Yeah. I just thought it was so weird. That's a good point to bring up because, like, where was the rest of that scene? Like, I thought next episode we, like, start
Yeah,
with that scene. But, like, then you have the dinner and, like, all that. Like, let's not even bring back up that episode. But, like, we need context. Like, what is going on? I feel like that's a very good pointed question that we needed to see a good answer to. Like, what really happening here? You know?
for sure. Anything else, y'all, that we need to talk about from the episode that we've already missed or that you want to get off your chest? Now's the time.
What kind of lawyer doesn't keep their phone with them? Like, I just that's
I,
my bone to pick with this episode.
I said they
I,
get her down bad. They could at least made it
yeah,
seem like
man.
her phone died or something, and it was on a charger. It wasn't even on a charger.
Yeah, I just like I'm Coop catching so many strays, and she wasn't even in this episode, but it was so like it's just an unfortunate series of events, and it's going to devastate her when we see next week when she realizes what has happened, and we're going to see that internal conflict. But man, yeah, that you have to have your phone in this day and age with you at all times. Like, uh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, but could be. Like I'm saying that she's a lawyer. Like she's supposed to be a lawyer, right? I feel like more than anyone, wouldn't you have your phone with you? Like I can't possibly think what could you be doing as a lawyer? for multiple hours without your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if you're in a meeting, your phone
Y'all,
is with you. It's just off, or the ringer's off.
y'all, it
Yeah.
was just killing me how they had that phone and it was just sitting on the stand, just propped up. I was like, what? And all you see is the messages in the
Yep.
video. I'm like,
Charger right there. They ain't even plugged in.
what?
Any other thoughts y'all want to get off your chest before we get out of here?
Um, I just thought it was a great episode. Like I said, this is my first 10 of the season. Because
Mm.
every other episode I've rated maybe like 7 to 8. Like last week I gave a 5 because of the ridiculousness of that dinner and everything. But like I said, All American gets in its bag when they do tackle real life issues that be going on in the world. So man, like, and I had all this like nervous laughter when I was watching it because I was like, because I normally do that whenever there's a tense situation. But man, like
Mm.
I sat there and after I watched it, I sat in silence for like 10 minutes, like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, that just really happened, bro. Like,
Yeah.
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 So, but 10 out of 10. I'm wondering how. And now I see why NK fought for this episode when I watched that special before the season started
That
because she had
part.
mentioned it.
I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
like
I'm shocked that they let it air like this for a conservative station like the CW, led by who they're led
yeah,
by. I'm like, wow, they really let this fly. Wow. I give them a little bit of credit
yeah,
there. Daughter-in-law says Coop is
yeah.
a law student. She's not a lawyer yet. If Cliff hates the Baker, shouldn't he also hate Cassius? That's my question. I was wondering. I was very confused because when he didn't just radio and like ruin everything once he found out that Cassius was also a Baker, I was like, okay, Cliff. So then, what's your game, sir?
Mm.
I
I
just
just
think he
hear
not
it.
like. I just think he didn't like Billy, and he ain't like Billy's son because they was part of the problem for what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Kenny, what were
He
you about to
hasn't
say?
forgotten.
No, I was gonna say maybe he's like besties with Kasha's dad now because like he hate the Baker's guts too. So like maybe
Ah,
he's like, oh, I identify with this
because he
man.
called his father. I said,
Yeah.
Cliff, what? You call his daddy? Bruh.
Is Cassius and his father still talking? Like
Mm-mm.
you, no,
That,
that's low down, bro.
that's why I
Real
was just
talk.
like, his daddy. He probably inspired. He was like, he probably didn't even know they were cool, so that probably triggered him too. And finding out that
And Jordan and
him
cool.
and Jordan were cool, cause he was just like cousins. And my grandson, though, like, that ain't part of the plan. So
That was a great note, daughter-in-law. Anybody else want to share anything before we get ready to get out of here?
I just want to say that this episode really had me up in my emotions.
Mm.
And I just think whoever decided to play that song at the end was very diabolical. Like, are you trying to?
Yes.
That
Oh,
was
Audrey Day. Oh my lord. I
like
was
Yes.
the
like,
way I was like, well, damn, I already sad. I'm already a mess. And you just gonna
Yeah.
play that song at the end? That's crazy.
yeah.
This episode felt
Mm-mm.
like season 2. Like All American when they were really in their bag. And the music was always so spot on. The story was fire. This episode was
Yeah.
interesting. And like
Mm-mm.
they pulled this one out the crates.
Man.
hmm
Oh
But
man.
in Whiplash, I'm not gonna be delusional. Yes, it was good. I've given them their credit. All right, I already read some synopsis for the upcoming episode, and I'm already Steven. So I just know this is a Whiplash situation.
I'm gonna watch the trailer and I'm gonna read this. I haven't been doing it thus far because I again have a bunch of other things going on behind the scenes. But I'm gonna check it out and see what y'all talking about.
Yeah. I I do like, and like I said, I give him props, and I do think next week I'm not gonna rate as high as a 10, but I do think that they're gonna continue at least. I'm hoping that the pen will be penning at least in this next episode because I think there's gonna be the fallout of what has happened because we gotta get Amina and Preach and Miss Perez out of jail and
Yeah.
I do think we're going to see some internal conflict with Coop and everybody else and how they navigate this. So I really am interested to see how they play it. So I'm looking forward to next week episode because I do think they're gonna finish strong before we get into the ridiculousness of the combine and then all these damn love triangles with these children. So that's my hope.
Obviously, they probably get out. No, they probably well, no, because we didn't see Amina or Preach during the combine any of those times, so we don't know what that process is going to be like. Okay, because they're doing a countdown. I think that because this was like 2 days
Yeah,
until
2 days. Two
Mm-hmm.
days until. Yeah. 48 hours, bro. And
right.
there's still so much going on, bro. Good Lord. Uh,
And I'm
No,
gonna
I
leave
was
y'all
wondering
with
that.
this visual of Preach, cause my word, my word. This moment is when
His
I just cracked open, cause what do you
his
mean?
character development is growing on. Is really growing
if
on.
looks, yeah, this is if looks could kill you. Look, I know you better damn not be touching my baby girl. Oh, if I get my hands on you, it's on sight. That's what that face looks like, bro. Real talk. Yeah.
Such perfect, poignant intensity. Kudos to All American. And to Kenny's point, we gonna be here present. But next week we start with a clean slate, cause we ain't getting our hopes up no damn more. Thank y'all so much for calling in for another great conversation. I hope everybody in the chat enjoyed it as well. If you're catching this on replay, be sure to drop your thoughts in the comment section and we can keep the conversation going. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Be on the lookout. I will be catching up on my breakdowns and I hope that y'all are able to watch them and share your thoughts there. If you watch Beyond the Gates, I do a Beyond the Gates live every Monday. I also am covering Tiara from Detroit in Fightland very soon. And at some point this month, I will get to Raising Canaan conversation and the Shy full series conversation. So be on the lookout for all of that. Again, thank you all for joining me in the Discord. Have a great night.
All
Good
right.
night,
Good night,
E.
y'all.
Good
Good
night,
night.
E.
Good night,
Night,
E.
And thank everybody in the chat. Hopefully you still enjoyed it, even though it was audio only. This made it so much easier for me today, and I appreciate y'all's patience, y'all conversation. Our community is so dope. I'm gonna shout a few of you out before I get out of here. Bronx Chick 92, Antonio at a R, Isaiah, you back in the chat. You supposed to be going to sleep. You gotta get up early tomorrow. Kendra, daughter-in-law, Nicole. Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts in the chat throughout the conversation. Bucket with your girl, the Lawrence Report, Janelle. So many of y'all were in the chat tonight. I will see you guys in my next breakdown and or live stream. Have a wonderful night or great day.